Hello, this is Gwen Lofton, and the purpose of this screencast is to show you how to create QR codes. And so the first thing I wanted to demonstrate is maybe you wanted to link a Google presentation or something like that. So if you wanted to create a QR code to a Google Slides presentation or any Google Doc, you would click this share button in the top right corner. And then one thing you have to make sure when you're using something with Google is that you adjust the privacy settings, because by default, it's gonna be anyone in Granville County. And so if someone were to scan your QR code, they would have to sign in, which is another step. Whether or not they're in Granville County is probably not something that you want to do. So if you want to, you can adjust it to anyone with the link. You could also do it public on the web, but this would keep people from having to sign in to access your QR code. So go ahead and choose anyone with the link and hit save. And we're going to copy this link. This is the same process, like I said, if you had a Google Doc or a spreadsheet or something like that. The most important thing is just make sure you adjust the settings to anyone with a link. And then there's a couple websites that we recommend that you can use to create QR codes. The first one that I'll demonstrate is QR Code Generator. And with this one, I've copied the link to my Google Slides presentation, and I'm just going to do Command V to paste my link there. And then I'm going to click Create QR Code. And you'll notice over here is my QR code. I can then click Download, and it will say here, your download starts automatically in a few seconds, and this little pop-up starts. But if you wait just those few seconds that it mentions, you'll notice that it will go down to your downloads. Like you can see it down here. So it has downloaded, and if I open up my downloads, you can see the QR code is there at the top. So that is how you use QR Code Generator. Similarly, there's another website we like called qrstuff.com. And this one, if you paste in the link, you'll notice it updates over here. And if you click Download QR Code, it's again going to pop up a little thing. You can click no thanks, or you can do don't show me this again. But either way, it did go down to your downloads. You can see now I have 2 there, and it's generated a QR code to that Google Slides presentation. If you just wanted to link to a website or a YouTube video, so I'm just going to type in YouTube real quick, and let's go to one maybe on, let's see, I'll just pick any one of these that I've already had up here. So I'm just going to choose a YouTube video. If you want to link to a video, then you'll just get the share button here, push the share button, go ahead and copy that link, and then the process is the same. On either of these QR code generators, you'll just paste in the link and click Create QR Code, and then you'll notice this update will update over here, and you'll just download it. And the process is the same if you decide to use QR Stuff as well. So it doesn't really matter if you're doing a YouTube video, if you're doing a Google Doc, a website, whatever you want to link to, you'll just paste in the links to that. You also have the ability, if you want to use a Google extension, so you can go to the Chrome Web Store just by Googling Chrome Web Store and type in QR Code Generator, and you'll see there's quite a few. I happen to add the one that had the most ratings, but you can really choose any of these. So here's one that says QR Code Generator. So maybe I want to create a QR code link to this specific extension so the students can scan it and add it to their computers. So you'll just copy the hyperlink, and actually, sorry, for this one, you don't have to copy the hyperlink if you're doing the extension. You'll notice up here in your extensions, you'll have a little QR code in the top right. So you'll just click that QR code, and then it's going to generate it right here nice and big. So if you're like projecting this for students or your staff to see, they could scan it this big right from their seats if they needed to. Or if you needed to save it to your computer, you just click this Save This QR Code, and you'll notice it will go down to your downloads, and you'll have your QR code. In this case, it's going to this website. So those Chrome extensions are handy, and it works when you're in Chrome and you're on a website. So if I wanted to link to this video, same thing, I would just click my Chrome extension for the QR code generator, and this is a QR code that when I scan it, and you can try it, it will take you to this YouTube video. And if you want it to be saved to your computer so you can upload it somewhere else, you just click this Save This QR Code. Now you might want to know, what do you do now that you have these QR codes saved to your downloads? So maybe you want to have a Google Doc for your students that you're going to print out for them, and it's going to have a QR code on it. Remember, these are saving to your computer as downloads, so you can just drop and drag them to your document if you want to do that. And then you can make it bigger or smaller. You can also upload it directly. So say if you're trying to even attach it in this example to a haiku class, it's an image file on your computer. So you could just attach it like you would attach an email or something like that. So just remember, it's saved as a PNG file. It's a picture file on your computer in your downloads, and then you just paste it wherever you want to put it. Or if you're going to use like the Chrome extension, it will just display nice and big up there for your students. And so that might be a quick way for them to get there. So one last thing that I want to show you that you can do with these QR code websites is you can actually also do text. So I'm going to click text, and maybe you want to have them scan a QR code and it gives them the answer to a problem. Like, let's just say the answer to a problem is 25. I'm going to click create QR code. Now, if you were to scan this, it would just say 25. So perhaps maybe on one side of an index card you have a problem, and then on the back is this QR code that they would scan to check their answers. Or maybe it says, congratulations, please email me to say you've completed the task. Or, you know, maybe there's some kind of final direction. And then when you click create QR code, it will have the QR code that has the text of the directions of things to do next. So that's QR code generator. And the process works the same for QR stuff as well. You'll just change it to text, and then give me just a second to find it here. Plain text, and you type in your text, and then go ahead, and when you download your QR code, it's going to have your text to it. So that's pretty neat. I have noticed for those who don't have a QR code app but are just using their phone, the shorter text you have, the better, or it might get cut off. So I just wanted to make that little disclaimer. If you're doing text, if students are maybe just going to use their phone, or your staff are going to use their phone camera app instead of a QR code app, you'll want to keep the text pretty short. So I just wanted to provide a quick overview about how to make QR codes and some resources that you can use to create one. Thanks.